Hello everyone and welcome to the Martinsville Speedway for the cutoff race of the round of 12 here in our 2002 NR2003 season. Kurt Busch starts on the pole alongside Johnny Benson as we are green and underway from Martinsville. Kurt Busch pulls into the lead early here, clearing Johnny Benson as he looks to get his second win of the season to back up the win he got earlier this season at California. And he also tries to advance to the round of 8 as a rookie. Him and Jimmy Johnson and Jimmy Johnson and Ryan Newman. They're three drivers who are in their first 2 years in the Cup Series and are doing very, very well this season, contending for the championship. All three of them in a possible position to make it to the next round. Jimmy Johnson's the worst out of them. He comes in minus 20-something down in the 12th spot, so he has to make it up. But Kurt Busch is leading here early over Ward Burton at Martinsville, a track that has caused so much chaos, last season and earlier this season. So that's why we shortened the race distance from 500 all the way down to 150 laps. Kurt Busch leads it here at Martinsville. Now Ward Burton is taking over the race lead on lap 14, is driving away from Kurt Busch at the moment, looking to pretty much secure a very solid lead and probably try to get a win and be our third non-playoff driver to win a race. As it's been pretty much playoff driver, non-playoff driver, playoff, non-playoff, and so on and so forth throughout these playoffs. As of course, Johnny Benson Jr. and Dale Earnhardt Jr. both have won races who are non-playoff drivers throughout these playoffs. And now Ward Burton trying to do the same here at Martinsville. He leads down to lap 29. He leads over Jeff Gordon's actually a lap car. Johnny Benson runs in second. Kurt Busch is still in third place as Ward Burton's been absolutely dominating so far. Coming to win stage 1 here at Martinsville. Fairly uneventful, maybe a caution or two here and there. But last lap of the stage for Ward Burton here at Martinsville. We get ready to toss the yellow command as he looks to cruise to a stage win here, pretty much uncontested ever since he took the lead around from the 97 machine of Kurt Busch, who has fallen back further now down to third place. Ward Burton will win stage 1 at Martinsville. Actually, not yet. Sorry. This is the last lap of the stage now. See, Tony Stewart's got no hood. He's damaged all the way at the back of the field. That means Tony might be eliminated here, as having an abysmal run like this might send Tony Stewart packing out of the playoffs. They're coming in as the #1 overall seed. That is huge. That could cost him dearly. So Ward Burton will win stage 1 here in Martinsville, followed by Johnny Benson, Kurt Busch, Ricky Rudd, Dale, or Rusty Wallace, Dale Jr., Jimmy Johnson. Crucial points there for Jimmy, Mark Martin, Dale Jarrett, and Ricky Craven in the top 10. So Ward Burton's your stage 1 winner. But if we look ahead, the race starting to caution. The 9 of Bill Elliott. Huge damage to championship contender Bill Elliott. Came into this race 1 point below the cut line. And there was trouble up ahead here. Looks like the 18 of Bobby Labonte, whose horrible season continues here, gets hooked by the 41 of Jimmy Spencer right down into Michael Waltrip, hard into the inside wall. The 18 is going to, he's going to slide in the inside wall. Not too bad of a hit. We're going to get the full replays. He gets turned down into the inside wall. Not that bad contact. He should be okay. Then watch the 9 of Bill Elliott. As Bobby Labonte backs up on the racetrack, Bill Elliott runs right into the back of him and destroys his car and kills his hood. And now Bill Elliott is a lap down, no hood, and could possibly be eliminated from the playoffs, as we see. And so Ward Burton continues to lead on the restart after, of course, the drama there with Bill Elliott, putting him possibly in a position to be eliminated from the playoffs. He came in the place. Oh, trouble. Kurt Busch goes around. He gets turned by Johnny Benson. He's going to get hit. Oh, drilled by Stacey Compton. Hard hit there for Harvick. More hard hits. John Andretti piles in. Oh, more collisions. Kenny Wallace. We have 5, 6, 7 cars in this hard crash here at Martinsville. Big damage is sustained by Kurt Busch, of course, a championship contender around the playoff bubble area. Cannot afford a bad race. Gets turned by Johnny Benson, Jimmy Johnson, Rusty Wallace, so lucky to avoid. Then gets slammed by Stacey Compton. Harvick piles into him. Then Kurt Busch gets drilled by Andretti, gets hit by Kenny Wallace, and then they're all slamming into each other. Hard hits. Todd Bodine piles in big damage. Sterling Marlin gets a piece of it. So many cars just got destroyed. That huge crash. Then Jeremy Mayfield and Schrader had problems up there. But meanwhile, at the front, Ward Burton continues to dominate as the chaos continues to erupt behind him here. Martinsville, now Robbie Gordon goes around. And the theme of the race continues with more collisions and carnage at Martinsville as Robbie Gordon goes around. Buckshot Jones got a piece of it. Caution out once again. Same old, same old. Ward Burton leads the way. Nothing new here at Martinsville. And now Ward Burton coming through to take the stage 2 victory here. Coming to the last lap of the stage here for Ward Burton on the last lap of the stage now, looking to sweep the stages in a very dominant performance. He may actually get his first win of the season here. He's also one of those top drivers who missed out on the playoffs, but is having a very solid run right now in Martinsville. His best shot to win all season since the Super Speedways, where he's been very strong, but he might get it done here at Martinsville. He's about to lap Dale Jarrett. Toss the command. Ward Burton will win stage 2 at Martinsville, followed by Johnny Benson, Mark Martin, Jimmy Spencer, Ricky Craven, Brett Bodine, Jimmy Johnson, who's all the way back here in the 7th place, getting some huge points. And then Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Dale Jarrett, the two Dales, will be 8th and 9th. And of course, Steve Park will round out your top 10 on the stage. There's Junior coming home in 8th and Jarrett coming home in 9th. As Ward Burton continues to dominate, winning stage 2. And now on to the white flag final laps of my Colonel Bank here in Martinsville for Ward Burton. About to get the win and spoil some of the playoff drivers' hopes to win and get into the next round. But the question is the bubble battle. Did Jimmy Johnson, by earning stage points at both stages, finishing inside the top 10, outpoint Bill Elliott, who had that huge crash earlier and is multiple laps down to make the final playoff spot? We will see as Ward Burton is going to dominate, and Ward Burton wins at Martinsville. Dale Jarrett comes home in P2. He will advance to the next round. Dale Earnhardt Jr. comes home in 3rd. Rusty Wallace comes home in 4th. He will advance to the next round. Johnny Benson 5th. Mark Martin 6th. Steve Park 7th. Jimmy Johnson 8th. Questionable if he will advance or not. Jimmy Spencer 9th. And 10th is Mike Skinner. So that's your top 10. Ward Burton dominates and wins it here in Martinsville. But the question is the bubble battle. How did that go down? So Bill Elliott finishing all the way down in 24th. And guys like Ryan Newman, Ricky Rudd DNFing from this race. We're about to see who's in and who's out momentarily here. And we have a tie at the playoff bubble for the last spot. Jimmy Johnson will get the tiebreaker over Bill Elliott here on the playoff grid, advancing by a best finish of 8th in this round, whereas Bill Elliott had the best finish of 17th. So Jimmy will advance to the round of 8 by a tiebreaker. Bill Elliott will be eliminated from the playoffs, as will Ricky Rudd by just 1 point. Ricky Rudd is out. He will not advance to the next round. Neither will Tony Stewart, who's your #1 overall playoff seed, out by 6 points. And Jeff Green, obviously, out by 21. So Green, Stewart, Rudd, and Elliott eliminated, which means Marlon, Jarrett, Rusty Wallace, Waltrip, Kenseth, Newman, Johnson, Kurt Busch all advanced. So here's the updated playoff grid heading to the round of 8. Sterling Marlin, Ryan Newman, Matt Kenseth, Jimmy Johnson. Right now, the 4 holding the championship 4 positions, but it's all very tight. There's only 16 points between 1st and 8th, so it's going to be a crazy round. And, of course, the 4 below, Jarrett, Rusty Wallace, Kurt Busch, and Michael Waltrip. So until next episode, we have the round of 8 opener. I hope you all have a good one.